All right, you guys ready? Some quick setup. Do you guys know each other as mercenaries, adventurers, whatever you choose to be?
No. Are we hot starting, or are we like?
We're gonna start in a tavern.
I think we should know each other. I think that makes things a lot smoother, personally.
Okay.
I will do whatever. I'm happy to roll. I'm happy to just know each other. I'll do whatever.
I don't know this party.
Okay.
All
Me and
right.
Brendan have been members of this mercenary squad.
All right,
you
cool.
tell me about your character again?
Yeah, let's introduce our characters. So go ahead, Max.
Hello. Hello. My name is Gralk Cupnut. I am the surgeon, and I'm also a thief. So you can call me Robber Gralk. That's my title.
Awesome. What do you look like, Grok?
What was that?
What do you look like?
Well, despite being a thief, I am very large, 6.5 feet tall, 250 jacked, but I'm also very soft on my feet.
Wow, you're the whole package.
No, truth. I'm bald, and I got some scars on my head, and I'm wearing some white surgeon robes with some big gloves.
Oh, very nice. All right, go ahead, Nikki. Unless you want Brendan to go next.
Yeah, I think so. I need to prep my character.
Okay, Brendan, go ahead.
Greetings, Gralk. My name is Timbo Leaf. I'm a halfling. I have brown hair, unremarkable features, and I'm wearing some tattered leather armor and wielding a longsword that is too long for me.
You have glasses too, nerd.
I do not wear glasses. My eyesight is good enough on its own. I am a priest, and I worship Madeira the Covenant.
Perfect.
I'm
All
also an acolyte.
right. Nikki, go ahead.
Okay.
You see before you a female goblin wrapped in purple robes and carrying a staff. My name is Yidney Yag, and I'm a wizard. I was supposed to meet my party here at the tavern, but it appears that they have not come. Perhaps they are lost.
Oh, intrigue. Can you not stray from the story, please, Nikki? It makes my job really hard.
Sorry.
I'm just kidding. Very nice. So, to set the
Greetings,
stage,
Yigny.
we're at the...
I am also an acolyte who worships Madeira the Covenant. How fortunate!
We'd be happy to have you along then, Yigny. Because
Perhaps
apparently
that
your
would be-
party's gone.
Yes, perhaps that would be the best course of action.
I'm not sure I can need another bag of meat to sew up.
I assure you that I am more than capable of carrying my own weight.
We'll see what you're saying when you're screaming on the ground with your guts spilling out of you.
Okay.
All right, let me set the stage real quick, you guys. All right, we're at the Froghead Tavern and in a town called Skevrum, which is basically in the middle of nowhere. Your day's travel from any major city. It's about 10 in the morning. You're hanging out at the tavern. Not much to do. Yidney.
Yeah.
You're waiting for your party and just kind of hanging out at the tavern, speaking with these two other guys. The only other person in the room is the barkeep, who's kind of just cleaning up, preparing for the day. When suddenly this guy in 2 crutches kind of waddles through, about middle age, and just slams himself down on a chair, waves over. The barkeep hustles over and gives him a drink, and he just chugs the whole thing, slams it down on the table, and goes, "You three, you looking for a job?"
You'll have to pay me if you want me to patch you up.
No, thank you. You see, I'm waiting for my 2 other party members.
Answer the damn question, Goblin.
No, thank you.
What about you, short stuff?
I would be happy to take a job, assuming my party members here will come with me. I don't work alone.
What's in it for us?
I'll happily pay you, alright? So, in case you haven't noticed, I'm missing the bottom part of my leg, alright?
I noticed when you came in.
Yeah, because you're
my
very
arm.
smart, Doctor. I'm very proud of you. Now, I was supposed to get what you call lizard's tail delivered to me in a caravan. Crow came a couple days ago, said it's on its way. Only a day's travel, but it's not here yet, so something's gone wrong. So, I just need you to go find out what happened, bring back the lizard's tail. No questions asked, I'll pay you there, alright?
You said they were coming from the town?
Town up north, yeah. I can't read my handwriting. Emrost.
So you're saying we just walk up the road and see if we find anything?
No, I'm saying you leave, you come back with lizard's tail, and I'll pay you.
I just
So
think
we're
you
supposed
should know up front that there's no guarantees.
No guarantees for what? I'm not paying you till you bring it back.
How much are you paying us? Hypothetically, of course.
Well, let's see. If the caravan's okay, I'm not paying you anything, because I'm going to get my hands on the lizard's tail. If the caravan's destroyed, robbed, whatever, and you take care of whatever's responsible for it, you can have anything on the caravan. Just bring me that lizard's tail, okay?
So you're not planning to pay us anything for our efforts?
Fine, 30. 30 gold.
Each?
Each?
Not each. Total. You can split it up how you want. Hey, the fewer that come back, the
10
more you
gold
get
between
paid.
The three of us.
Not if just one of you come back.
I would not betray a party member once we reached an accord.
I
Traveler,
don't
do you know
care.
how difficult it is to get a mercenary company to trust each other? Sowing discord among us is not a good business strategy.
What do you want? How much? Name your price.
So we're just wearing this.
He orders another drink, and the barkeep scuttles over and gives him another, and he downs it.
Approximately, how far would this caravan be?
The town's only a day north. Can't be that far off, right?
Okay, how about base cost 15 gold total?
Each? Oh,
If we find,
What the
if
hell?
we bring back successfully the lizard tail, 40 gold total. If we go and find the caravan all right, it will be 15 gold as a retainer fee for our services of going out.
10 gold retainer.
Look, I don't mean
You
to
have
be
any
rude,
options
sir, but
here,
you're
bud?
not going anywhere on your own.
Why don't you roll charisma, Brendan? Or
Uh-oh.
Pimbo.
That's a d20.
Yeah, D20, just add your bonus.
15.
Fine. 15 retainer. And if you bring it back, I'll pay you 40 total.
I put my hand forward to shake.
He kind of just quickly shakes it, doesn't seem to want to touch any of you. You know, there was a time when this town was actually successful and it wasn't crawling with a bunch of green people and shorties.
Yeah, it was before you started doing business here.
Thanks for sticking up for us, Cupnut.
All right. Do you even know what lizard's tail is?
I don't even respond. I turn around. We should get going.
It's a
Pimbo.
potion. It's not going to be labeled lizard's tail. It's going to be labeled its actual name.
Ah, well, why didn't you call it? Say it was gonna be a potion. Why?
Would you care to tell us what it will be labeled
It's
then?
called Membrum Regeneratis.
Let me get out my notes real quick.
Oh, you can write.
Membrane Regina.
Makes your leg better than whoever you got to patch
It's
it up too.
purple. It's probably in a sealed glass Just bring that to me.
It was called Membrum what?
Regeneratus.
Regeneratus.
Exactly. Looks.
I'm quite familiar with the concoction.
So then why were you calling it Lizard's Tail?
Because that's what it's called for not nerds like you, Orc.
It's a colloquial name for Membrum Regeneratus, of course.
If you're talking about nerds, then you're talking about Pimbo here, not me.
I don't care who I'm talking about. He
That
orders a
means-
third drink and he downs it and he's like, you know what? It'd be great to get it back, but I'll sleep well knowing that you all died somewhere, okay? And he kind of just hobbles out of the tavern.
I'll sleep well knowing he's gonna get liver failure drinking that much.
Pretty unlikely that on 3 drinks he would get liver failure.
It's indicative of a habit.
Although if he makes a habit of it, it certainly is possible.
I
Thank
just realized I'm in the wrong tavern, which is why my party members are not here.
So just
there's
for
only
reference,
one
this
tavern.
town is tiny. There's one tavern.
There's one tavern here.
Are you in the wrong town then, Yidney?
I think I'm off by quite a bit.
Well,
But
what do you say? We could use a spellcaster to back us up. Do you want to join?
I would be more than glad.
The barkeep kind of comes over. Oh, sorry about him. He's a little grumpy ever since he got his leg chopped off. Is there anything I can do for you 3 creatures?
Creatures?
we
What
would
do you
be
want to be
happy to
called? I'm
make
so
a
sorry.
meal
I'm
to
so
go.
sorry. Yeah, sure. Oh, you want to see something I've been working on? I'm really excited about it. Nobody else has tried it.
Of course.
Okay. So I call them frog head bars, where I take a bunch of old meat and I roll it up. Okay. And then I take the lard and stick it together, and then I take a bunch of birdseed and kind of roll it around that, and it's the perfect snack. It'll keep you going for at least a day.
If you eat one, I'll eat one.
I've had like 8 today.
How much for 2 days worth?
Oh. Like per person or just 2 bars?
Wait, I
I
thought
thought you were
on-
offering us a favor, bartender.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. This one offered me money. I'm so sorry. Yeah,
I will pay. It is right to pay you, so I shall pay you for my food.
Well, that's very nice of you. I know I've heard some bad things about goblins, but apparently they're not true. I really appreciate it. So here, I'll give you each one, and goblin, I'll give you 2, and I'll just charge you a copper piece. Okay.
You know, Yidney, that is a very good point about it is right to pay him. I suppose I should do the same.
I flip him a silver.
Oh my god.
For your kindness and generosity,
so
I shall
no.
give you a silver coin.
I really hope you guys get back here now. I'll save your robes. I'll keep them exactly how you left them. A little stinky and unmade, but they'll be ready for you when you get back. You'll feel right at home. Okay.
What was your name again, sir?
Oh, you didn't ask. The name's Bernie. You could call me Bern. You could call me Bernie. You could call me Bernicus, but that's not my name, so please don't call me that. I don't know why I brought it up. I'm sorry.
Well, Cupnut, I suppose it's time to get going.
Yeah. The day's still young, so good luck. Were you guys planning on shopping? Do you know the town at all, or?
Are we allowed to shop in town?
Well, yeah, of course. Why not? Why wouldn't you be?
What kind of shops are there?
Oh,
Any money.
what?
Never mind. I don't have any money.
Oh, there's the basics. There's the Forge General Store. There's a horse stable thing. There's a crow delivery service. That's how you send mail. And there's some other stuff. There's a weird wizard tower up the hill. There's some stuff. You can just walk around and probably find out also.
Well, I don't have anything I need. What about you all?
Especially with these new rations, I have everything I need.
Indeed.
Well, good luck. Good luck. Really hope you don't die out there, and I hope nothing's gone awry. So I'll be back there. And he kind of just runs and goes into a back door nervously.
Thank you, Bernie.
You're welcome. He yells from the back door.
All right, Yidney, Cupnut, let's head out.
All right. I grab my things off of the table. I had my crossbow leaned up against. Oh wait, never mind. I don't have a crossbow.
That's not yours. Yeah, don't touch that.
My crowbar was leaned up against the table. I grabbed that.
Ah, okay. All right, you guys good to start traveling north? Okay. So, the area around it's very dry. It's very think of like New Mexico desert. A lot of plants around, but none of them need much water. There seems to be a constant gray overcast. It's a pretty dreary place to find yourselves. It's always around like 50 degrees out, even though it's a daytime in the desert. So just generally not a very great place to live or really be. But you walk about 3 hours. Nobody really around as you leave the town. Off maybe a mile off to your right, you see like some campfire smoke up in the air. But you keep going up the trail. And about 3 hours of walking, you come to... Ooh, let's see if it works. There we go. You come to a massive valley. And as you walk up to it, you notice there's a huge broken bridge just hanging off the side of the edge. This is probably a good time to do the crawling part, where each of you roll initiative. Doesn't mean you're getting in a fight, just means we can kind of do a better way of investigating, doing turns, stuff like that. So everyone roll and add your dexterity bonus.
5.
3, 5. Good start. This is where you get the shit rolls out of the way.
Was dex bonus?
Yeah.
8.
8. Wow. All right. So we're gonna go. The order is gonna go. Max, Nicky, Brandon. Sorry, Gralk, Idney, Pimbo. So Gralk, you're about 50-ish feet away from the cliff. What do you want to do here?
I'm gonna step towards the edge and peer over.
Right. So as I said, you can see the sign labeled Bleak Valley, sorry. And it's the bridge clearly has snapped. There's no clean rope breaks or anything like that. If you look down, it turns into blackness really fast. But hanging off this edge of the cliff is some canvas. You can see a few containers and broken wood that have caught themselves in the side of the cliff.
Containers, like
a barrel.
Sorry, if it's like what? Like a
Like
barrel?
a barrel or a crate, kind of just broken, shattered, but jammed in the side of the cliff.
I don't know how much I can do before I switch.
That's a good. So, Yidney.
Okay. So, sorry, the way you're describing it, one might assume that like the caravan went off the bridge down the cliff.
It would be a safe assumption. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even think of that.
Yidney will walk up to the edge of the cliff I pull out a torch and flint and steel, and I light my torch,
Okay.
and then I drop the torch down the canyon in hopes of gaining some sight of what has fallen below.
Okay. So you light it and toss it down, and as it gets deeper, it is lighting up the cliff around it as it hits that kind of pitch darkness. But as you're looking, the valley keeps getting thinner and thinner, and pretty soon it starts bouncing around, and then before you know it, it goes out of sight. But what you did gain from that is, as it kind of curves around, it's climbable feasibly. It's not like a sheer drop. So you could potentially ease your way down there.
Sorry, 1 second. Keep playing, but
Okay. Pimbo.
I will also approach the edge of the cliff.
Okay. And if you ever need me to direct the camera at something specific, just let me know.
Okay. Well, I suppose we could climb down.
sorry. Recap really quick.
I suppose we... Oh.
Go ahead, Pimbo.
I walk to the edge of the cliff, survey the terrain, and say to the others, I suppose we could climb down. I'd rather not waste resources trying to get across. And I don't even know if I have the appropriate skills to try to build a new bridge to get across.
Well, I've got a grappling hook.
As
we could
do I.
try. Yeah, we could try throwing them across, or maybe using them to lower ourselves down.
Indigo, could you tell us what iron spikes do?
Iron spikes are for they're for climbing, so they're for like jamming in
Oh, okay.
and getting a little help.
And is
They're
it
not
grappling
like
hook?
caltrops?
Kinda. Or wait, sorry, what? What was the question?
Sorry. I thought iron spikes were like caltrops.
No, so I did look this part up. That's iron spikes are for like climbing or getting holds in ice, rock, stuff like that. You can use them creatively also. Think of like railroad ties or something like that, but sharper.
Is the grappling hook a reusable item, or is it like you use it once and then you have to collect them as you go?
As long as you don't lose it, you can reuse it as much as you want.
Cool.
So yeah, we'll give it. Go ahead, Growl. It's your turn.
Oh, sorry, that's me. I'm gonna go and check that sign and see how sturdy the post is, like with the intention of like possibly wrapping my grappling hook around it and lowering myself into the cliff.
Go ahead and do a wisdom check, please.
Is that just a D20 plus my wisdom?
Yeah.
21, baby.
So you kind of actually. So you kind of, with just like a quick little kick, it gives and kind of bends over a bit. I would not trust this sign if I were you. It feels like it was kind of haphazardly jammed into the ground by somebody.
Yeah, what's the sign? Does the sign say anything on it?
It is labeled Bleak Valley.
Bleak indeed.
Additionally, Grauk, you see as you walk over to the sign that there is a bit of a switchback trail over to the east that also leads into the valley.
I wasn't sure if Grauk saw that.
It's pretty easy to see, yeah.
Oh, what? That looks promising over there.
Go ahead, Idney.
I want to check the remains of the bridge, because I imagine that the bridge that part is probably much sturdier and built in than the signpost. The same intention as Max.
Okay. Go ahead and do a wisdom check.
Uh-oh.
Are you not wise?
Not really. 15.
Okay. So you see a lot more care has been taken into securing this bridge. It's nailed in a lot of places. It's wrapped around some pretty strong rock. It just looks like the failure was right either in the middle or towards the end of the bridge. So it is securely attached to the ground.
It appears we could either rappel down using the base of this bridge, or what remains, or we could use the switchback over to the east.
How far do you think your torch dropped before it went out, would you say?
So you were hearing it. You could hear it even after you lost sight of it, as it like kind of clunked its way down the cliff. It dropped for about 5 or 6 seconds.
Well, I don't know about you, Yagni, but I only have 60 feet of rope, and that sounded like a lot further than 60 feet.
My name is Yidney.
What did I call you?
Yagni. That's my brother.
What's your last name?
Yag.
Yagni Yag. Got some
Yes.
creative parents.
I suppose. I don't understand the joke.
No,
But
it was a
perhaps the
compliment.
switchback would be a better choice.
Possibly. A Pimbo, what do you think?
Is it my turn? Or
Yeah,
I'm just
well-
asking?
We'll bounce it over to you,
My
Bimbo.
turn then, I guess.
I would like to estimate the distance from this side of the ravine to the other.
Yeah. I love learning 2 systems at once. How the hell? About 37 feet, you estimate.
And what about on the other side of the rope bridge? From one side of the rope bridge to the other.
Okay. You're testing my skills here, Brennan. 47.9.
It is feasible then that we would have enough with a 60-foot rope to sling the grappling hook from one side to the other and tie it off on this end and inch our way across. However, that would also mean that we risk our lives much more readily, and we would likely have to leave the rope behind.
I question what would be achieved from crossing the bridge if there is evidence to show that perhaps a caravan fell to its death below.
Well, we don't actually know the caravan fell. This rope bridge could have been broken. Maybe they're further up the road.
I see.
All things considered, I would most likely take the side trail down. The switchback trail. I would prefer not to use resources that we don't have to, especially if it's just a hunch.
Agreed.
All right. I guess.
Okay. So it sounds like you guys have agreed to do the switchback. Okay. So you
Correct.
climb over. It's a pretty sloppy switchback. I'm gonna have, although it is carved in, it's pretty slim. So as you guys climb down, I would like each of you to roll a dexterity check, please.
Uh-oh.
5.
Okay.
19.
Well, sorry, what was that? For
19.
both 19 and
13.
okay. That's a pretty good roll, Max. Why don't you roll a strength check, please?
11.
Okay. So as you're going down, you start noticing like a little mini avalanche of rocks as Idney has just lost her
God damn
footing,
it.
and and as she begins to tumble towards you, you grab her by the back of the cloak and pull her back up and manage to save her from any sort of injury.
It would have been
Saved
easier.
my life.
Would have been easier than trying to sew your innards back in.
I concur. I will be more careful next time.
You know, Cupnut, you don't always have to bring up people's internal organs.
I think people play a little too fast and loose with their organs. I just am trying to draw some attention to it.
That's a really good line. I like that line a lot.
That's like a Baldur's Gate when you select your
Yeah, it's,
surgeon. People play a little too fast and loose with their organs.
you know, I like that line enough, Max. I'm gonna give you a luck token for that.
Huh.
So
Yeah,
hold on
I
to
know
that.
what
You
that
can
is.
use that. It's basically inspiration. You can use it for other people. It gives advantage on any roll. That includes damage or whatever you want.
Do I have to say before I roll, or
No, you
I
can do
just
it
re-roll?
afterwards.
Heck yeah.
Okay, so as you guys go deeper, about 5 minutes in, it's kind of like you blink and then it's dark all of a sudden. There's some weird sickness as you get more into the earth, and it kind of puts a chill up your spine. You feel a little worse, and you feel like something's always watching you, a little tickle at the back of your neck. And before you know it, you look down and you can't see even your feet at the ground.
Yagni, what sorcery is this?
Do I have any intuition that this might be of magical source?
Because you're a wizard, this is just kind of the way of this part of the world. This is the Shadowdark. It's the darkness that lives beneath the earth. And you know, the more you stay within this darkness, the worse your life will be for you.
This miasma is known as the Shadowdark. I suggest we find what we need and leave as quickly as possible, or face the consequences. Hurry now.
I concur. I would rather not spend time among this miasma, as you put it.
Yes.
Just so you know, it's pitch black and you guys can't see anything.
I pull out my second torch and light it with my flint and steel.
Oh, what are you holding on to the wall with? I already told you to be a little more careful.
I can't be careful if I can't see.
Oh my.
Are we still descending this trail?
I'd say you stopped when you couldn't even see your feet. Now you can kind of ease your way down now that Idni has lit her torch.
Yeah, how does this work with light? Like, is one torch enough for all of us to see somewhat? Like, I guess in general,
Good question.
is it like a torch is individual vision or party vision?
A torch will reach near. So near is 30 feet. So as long as you're within 30 feet of Idni as she has her torch out, or wherever the torch is, you're good. If you want a more split up, you'll probably want your own torch.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, so as you keep going down, you get more, it tightens up and you get past these rocks and you're surrounded just by these kind of cliffs and stones into a tight slot canyon. And you kind of ease your way through it, trying to maintain your sense of direction, and you end up, I hope that's right. That's the right one. It opens. Avert your eyes.
Can't see anything anymore.
Okay, there we go.
I saw the random encounter though.
You see that it's going to open up into more of a cave. And as you look up, it seems like this valley is twisted and turned so far above you that you've lost sight of any sunlight or anything like that. So we'll
Whoa.
maintain... I'll just organize you guys like that, and we'll let... we'll go back into initiative order and let Gralk go. Unless you want somebody else to go.
No, I'm gonna pull my dagger out.
Okay.
Well, seeing as all I'm the way that you guys are gonna get patched up, maybe one of you all should go first instead of me.
Sorry. I'll try and be as gentle with the camera as I can.
I would be glad to go first.
Okay, why don't you go ahead then, Yidney?
Okay, really quick. I'm gonna take out of my gear.
I take out a bottle and I cloak the bottle with my robes, and then I shatter the bottle against the nearby wall,
Okay.
containing all the shards. And I I look back at the party. This is a trick I learned in wizard school. And I drop every so few feet, every dozen or so feet, I drop a shard of the bottle in hopes that we will remember the way that we came.
Awesome. I really like the idea. Are you going to move forward?
Yes.
Okay. So Nikki brings up a great point. Your navigation is up to you. I'm not going to reel the full map to you. So that was a good call, Nikki. Take a luck token, Nikki.
Oh.
How far do you want to move? You can move up to 30 feet.
Can I move like 15 and then 15?
Uh-huh. So I'll bring you
Alright.
to the Jesus. Sorry, I'm trying to keep this under control. I'll bring you to the opening of the first cave that you walk into. From here, jeez. Good lord. I wish this measurement thing worked. From here, yeah, as the cave opens up, it gets a lot less quiet. You hear a bunch of skitterings, a bunch of screechings, mostly off to your right. And although you can't quite tell through your torchlight, there seems to be some different light source that's bouncing off things at the edge of the cave.
Sorry, when you say the edge of the cave, like there?
So you can see. Jeez, I thought this would be easier to drive. Okay. Up to your left, like kind of over there, over to the northeast, you see just little twinkles, kind of like there's a light coming from your right.
Coming from the northeast.
Coming from the southwest. So it's coming through and bouncing off the wall.
Okay, I will move 15 feet diagonally.
Northeast
in the southwest, southeast, I guess, because it looks like I can't move southwest quite yet. Yeah.
Okay. So
And
you
then can I look to the southwest?
Uh-huh. If I can drive it, maybe it's this. Okay. So you definitely, as you walk by, you kind of do a quick glance over. You see smaller figures moving around a campfire. You would have to stop and get a clear look to see what is actually going on over there.
I'm going to extinguish. That's the word I'm looking for. My torch.
Okay. How are you going to do that?
I guess put it on the ground and then kind of roll it out.
Okay.
That makes sense.
All right, so as your torch goes out, and now I'm going to pass the turn over to Pinbo. You
Wait,
guys are in.
Can I interject? Sorry.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Nikki, I'm assuming we're responsible for keeping track of our torches?
Yes, please. I'm keeping track of torch timers, but you guys have to keep track of your inventory.
Oh,
My
so
torch is still
you're gonna
usable,
time it
right?
for us?
I've been timing stuff.
Okay.
Can I still use that torch down the line, or is it destroyed?
I will let you,
Okay.
but you
Is that a
can't
general
keep
rule?
flipping the switch
Yeah,
on
sure,
and off.
Sure.
Is there a general rule as to how many times a torch can be extinguished and reused, or
We'll say once. I don't think the actual rules allow you, but we'll say once for this.
okay?
Nora.
All right,
Over here.
Pimbo.
Yidney, why did you extinguish the torch? I cannot see anything now.
Approach me with caution and silence. I believe I see another party down to the southwest.
I will certainly do my best. Perhaps you could clink some glass together every now and again so I can use some form of echolocation.
So as you say, you kind of hear echolocation, as your voice kind of hits the surrounding walls.
Kimbo, I'm only 30 feet away. It's not that far.
I will attempt to make my way in the direction that I saw Yidney walk.
Roll a dex check for me, please.
It breaks his leg.
6.
Uh-oh.
So you stub your toe a few times, and then you step on some glass, and you kind of cover your mouth before yelling like "shit." But you manage to make your way over to the voice, and you through the very faint light coming from the other room, you can make out Yidney's silhouette. And would you like
And
to
then
do anything else?
So I can also,
You can do an
as I was
action.
going, can I peer in the direction that Yidney had? I guess now that we know that there's light coming from that way, I'd like to peer in that direction.
Yeah. So you have as you look, kind of walk by, you do a quick glance. Go ahead and do a wisdom check.
15.
Okay, that's pretty good. So across the way, you see a campfire and a tent with some beds up on like a cliff about 10 feet high. And around that campfire, you see a bunch of very short figures. You count maybe 5 or 6 of them, accompanied by a much taller figure. From this distance, with the dim light, you can't quite tell what kind of humanoids they are.
Are they moving around, or?
Right now, they weren't like running around. They're gathering around the campfire, whether cooking something or conversing, something like that. All right.
Yidney, as I made my way across, I saw some small figures and a large figure. They were mostly stationary.
Good observation.
All right, Grolk.
God damn it. I'm gonna also attempt to stumble my way over there. Wait, can I retroactively check at the bottom of the ravine if there was remains of a caravan?
So I can repeat what I told you. There was torn canvas, and there were clearly some broken containers that had fallen, kind of jammed in the cliff. There was evidence of something falling. You can never be 100% positive.
Weak evidence. I think this is a waste of time, but I'm gonna try to bumble my way towards them since
Dex
they're
check,
already.
sir.
God dang it. 10.
Okay, you manage to get a little lucky, and with your light feet, make over without any issues. And you meet the rest of your party. Now you're just kind of standing in a triangle of darkness with each other, and you notice that it's now that the light's out, it feels much more cold. Your hands are getting clammy. It feels like 1,000 eyes are watching you, but you can't tell if that's your mind playing with you or not. Nikki, Yidney.
Should we sneak closer to the party?
Well, I can't see anything. We're gonna need light if we're gonna have to move anymore.
If we do that, we risk detection, and we don't know the alignment of the party ahead.
Well, if you'd like, I could certainly be extra stealthy, and to the point where I almost am invisible, and I could make my way forward, although I'm only able to do it every so often. So if I do it now, I may not be able to pull off a stunt like that again.
Well, we might
Actually,
need
I'm
it if
pretty
we
good
don't
at
do it
sneaking.
now. Okay, so I'm kind of lost here. Are we all sneaking, or should we have Pimbo go ahead?
Well, are there any other ways that we could go
Go
before you extinguish the torch?
Did I see any other ways?
So when you walked over, yeah, you did see there's a kind of a slot right in front of you past the stalagmite, and I wish the rotation was better here. There's also some sort of tunnel right across the way from where you were.
Perhaps it would be best for us just to ignore them for now and continue on the other way. If they're survivors of the caravan, they wouldn't hurt us, but we can't be sure that they are survivors of the caravan.
Somehow I'm doubting that they are.
Should we proceed through the tunnel or through the slot by the stalagmite?
If we go through the tunnel, we at least can feel our way without a torch for a little while.
If we go through the tunnel, I assume it might be safe to reignite the torch.
Good call.
The tunnel
Let's move
seems
through
like
the
the best option.
Okay.
I drop a piece
I
of
don't
glass.
think we should. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Next.
I don't think we should dilly-dally in one place for too long. I got a bad feeling.
As you say that, Max, only you hear this, like, just kind of pass you, and you kind of look, but you don't see anything.
Oh, God. I'm afraid of bugs.
I reach in, I take a shard of glass from my hand and drop it beside the stalagmite. And I proceed closer to the tunnel.
Are you talking about the east tunnel?
The one that's not next to the stalagmite.
So this one, can you see my cursor?
I can't. But the tunnel that you described, the tunnel. Yeah.
Okay. Are you going in the dark still?
I will fumble my way forward, and then I should also mention that I do have a staff in hand, and I will use that to leverage my balance. And then once I reach my full 30 feet, I shall reignite the torch.
Okay. So do a dex check. I will keep that in mind.
12.
Okay. So as you kind of have to feel your way through, I know you can kind of see what you are, but in reality it's pitch blackness, so you're kind of using your staff as a guiding stick, and as you're going there are some minor clang, like click 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 click, as you kind of hit a wall and you have to turn a bit. You get to an area you kind of estimate to be the tunnel you were heading towards.
Okay.
Okay. And
Can I ignite my torch
oh yeah.
for the last time?
So you light it up as a beacon to your fellow party members. You've clearly made it to the tunnel. It kind of leads up into a tight stairway, and that's really all you can see for now. And Pimbo.
I make my way following the light.
Okay, so you're within range, so that's going to be no problem. Would you like to
I
do
would
anything else?
I would like to peer. Can I see anything out down this tunnel? Does the
So-
torch illuminate anything looking up this stairwell?
As you peek around the corner, you see some wooden stairs and some little wooden constructs. From here, that's pretty much all you can tell, but it looks like stairs leading up further.
Can I not tell because it bends away, or because the torch isn't enough to illuminate it?
So the torch is hitting the edge of it, but as you're peeking around, you can see just a little construct leading up to an area you can't see.
Would I possibly be able to see a bit farther if I unlimbered my shield and used its burnished quality to reflect some of the torch's light into the tunnel?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll a wisdom check with that.
Natural 1, so 3.
Okay, 1 second.
I'm sorry.
Brother, get some.
This is a great
dice.
idea, Imbo.
So as the little light bulb pops up in your head, you kind of shuffle through your backpack, or I guess it's strapped to your back. You unhook it, And then as you're trying to get hold of it, you lost it. You just hear ding 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 ding, and you kind of just like slowly pick it up. For a second you hear, and the little ambience of screeches and snarls that you've heard are no longer happening.
It really
Max.
did this time, Pimbo.
Gralk.
We gotta get up these stairs. I'm gonna light my torch. Is that
Okay.
Can I do that and move?
Yeah, so anything uninteresting, drinking a potion, lighting a torch, that doesn't count as an action. So you light it and what are you gonna do?
Move quickly towards those stairs.
Okay, so you kind of hustle over, and you
Like,
kind of jammed in.
start going up as much as I can.
Okay. I think that's all you can reach before Yidney, your turn.
So, I can't see around the corner. Is it a corner? Does it go right?
So
Does it go up?
So it goes up, and from now that Pimbo, I'll get your names eventually, has kind of pointed it out to you, you can see the wooden stairs leading up.
Okay, I will go 10 feet up the stairs,
Okay. Jesus.
and then
All right.
kind of
Now,
assess.
now that you have a better look at it, it seems like this was some really old defensive structure. Like the wood is falling apart. It's moldy. The rope's very frayed, and you can see at the top of the fence, it looks like it was carved to be sharper and for defensive purposes. That's all you can tell from this right now.
Okay, I will proceed another 10 feet
Okay.
up the stairs. Okay, I'll go my remaining 10 if that's how far I get.
I will let you get right there.
Okay, could I get you to pan the camera like right so I can see like what my character would see?
So it looks like a dead end right here. But from here, you can see more defensive structures at the top of the cliff you're walking up.
Okay, so from my perspective, it looks like the stairs go into like a ledge that's like 5 feet above it. Is that what it actually is?
It's more climbable than it looks. That's a
Okay.
bit me trying to jam it together.
Okay, all right,
Okay.
no problem.
Pimbo.
Careful on the way up. I suggest we do not share the same space as to not overload the stairs. They are quite old and dilapidated.
As you look, you kind of feel the moistness and the bend of the wood as you stand on it. Yidney.
Thank you for the warning, Yidney. I will take heed as I climb this wooden structure.
Are you gonna? Is that what you're gonna do?
Yes.
Okay.
That was the intent of my message.
Okay. And so as you ease your way up, where do you want to end up?
Can I be on the slanted part?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, right there.
So you kind of rest. You feel kind of that you're both very small creatures, and that is really helping you out in this situation as you're easing your way up. Grauk, as you kind of push Pimbo forward gently to go up the stairs, you notice that you hear a couple footsteps behind you, and you dart around you look around the corner and you see a light kind of emerging from this. Damn, I wish you could see my.
A light?
Like somebody's holding a torch, approaching.
And coming around the corner or something?
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Make my way very quickly up the stairs as well.
Okay.
Well, yeah. I'm scared. But I guess they're kind of blocking, so I'm just stuck at the bottom, right?
You could, yeah. You'd probably. So you kind of whip around and kind of shove your way through the rocks a bit and find yourself at the base of the stairs. Would you like to do anything else?
Just turn and face where I came from.
Okay.
Torch in one hand, dagger held ready in the other.
Okay, great.
Somebody's coming.
Yidney.
I'm going to. I guess I'm just going to. I'm gonna toss my torch up the ledge, so I don't have to because I want to get rid of it, but I don't want to extinguish it and lose the torch forever.
Okay. Go ahead. Roll dex.
Got so many dex rolls. 17.
All right. So as you heave, you notice as it flies through the air, it reveals this tight rope strung across the wall, and the torch nicks it and kind of spins around up onto the cliff. And it hits that rope, it goes thunk, and then an arrow flies over you and nails the back of the wall.
Sorry, the back of the wall.
So
to
it
the
flies past
west?
you. It flies from the east past you and nails the wall behind you. It looks like you accidentally triggered a trap set there.
Oh.
And then I will just take cover along the western wall there, as to hide myself from whatever might be coming. Yeah, kind of there.
Okay.
Or you know what? I'm gonna scramble up top.
Okay. So you get to the top. Do you want to grab your torch waiting there for you?
I'm gonna leave it just set down just for now.
Okay.
But I assume it's still lit and it's
You can see
effectively
it
the
around,
same.
yeah.
Okay.
So as you get up, you see the source of where the arrow came from, a rigged crossbow ready to shoot at anyone stepping up on the stairs. I will give you a luck token for that because that was also just really lucky. Brendan, Pimp.
Madeira, the Covenant is with me tonight.
I will follow in Yidney's footsteps.
Okay. You also rush up the stairs that is glitching out. Hit! There we go.
Did you make this whole set, or was it
Oh, yeah.
Really? That's awesome.
Yeah. All right. Gralk, as you're waiting there, knife in hand, torch in the other, peeking around the corner to your left are two twinkling black eyes holding a torch. You recognize it as the face of a goblin. And as it sees you, you lock eyes. Its head darts back around the corner.
Oh, I run up the stairs.
Okay, roll dex.
Four.
So as you've claimed to your new friends that you're light on your feet, as you guys are waiting at the top of the edge, you hear clink, 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 and then you look down and Gralk's right foot has jammed itself into the wood, and it's just splintered around him as he's kind of awkwardly stuck in the stairs. Gralk, you look back at the source of the goblin and it starts to poke its head out, and another set of eyes right behind it also, but this one wielding a short bow, and they have the mischievous look on their face as they look at your accident.
Can I do anything else this turn?
Sure.
Okay. I would like to get my grappling hook. Would I have time to get my grappling hook out of my pack and throw it up towards the party? Or would that take too much time?
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Okay. Help pull me out.
Row us the rope, Gralk.
I threw you the grappling hook.
All right. Or
Do you want me to roll for anything?
I will. Who's trying to pull him up?
I'll try.
Okay.
I would like to also try.
Why don't you both roll strength?
Me or Yagni and...
Yagni
17.
and Pimbo.
17.
17.
Ooh, natty.
Oh, all right, natural 20. So as you guys both clasp your hands on the rope and yank, he actually slips out and just launches up like so smoothly. It's kind of like he's a wet dolphin slipping up on the cliff with you. And
Wow.
as you sail up, you see an arrow whiz past your head, Gralk, and just knock against the cliff. Luckily, your friends pulled you out just in time. So now from below, you kind of hear the and as you wait, the light fades as if they've left, at least momentarily.
Maybe we should, well, I don't know if we could deconstruct this bridge somehow. Maybe, I don't want to leave my torch.
Perhaps we could find a way to re-rig this auto-firing crossbow. Leave a
Maybe we could
surprise
just
for them
take that
following
crossbow.
us.
Maybe we could just take it.
The
Is that
crossbow
an
would
option?
only be so
Oh.
effective against one
So
assailant.
you go over. It looks like if you kind of kick the stand off, you could get a pretty unwieldy crossbow. It looks like it's definitely meant to be mounted, and carrying it around would be possible, but also very inconvenient.
Maybe you're right, Pimbo. Maybe we should just re-rig it.
But do we have another crossbow bolt?
That's a good question. Not me.
I do not.
I do not have any bolts. What a simple arrow do?
Or
Don't-
is either the arrow it shot or the arrow that the goblin shot accessible?
So the arrow the goblin shot is probably down below, and the one that the trap got launched so hard it kind of broke apart as it hit the stone behind you.
Ah, okay.
Shall I just destroy the structure that allowed us to ascend this wall?
Yeah, if you can.
Of course.
That would certainly call more attention to us, though.
They already know we're here.
I go prone and I crawl over to the ledge.
Okay.
And I hold out my hand against part of the wooden structure. And I cast Burning Hands.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
So just an intelligence roll, right?
Yeah. Need to be 11 or better.
12.
All right. So as you kind of lazily put your hand over this just scorching hot, like feels like lava goes through your veins and out your nails, and it just eviscerates this weak stairs. So as it falls apart, it spreads across the stairs in no time. And probably because it's magic, but even though the wood was damp, it just went up like tinder, and it looks completely unclimbable at this point.
Okay, no going back for some time at least.
Pimbo, go ahead.
I suppose we should move forward, but we must keep a lookout for traps.
Indeed.
Oh,
I was
so
quite lucky on the last one.
I would like to walk slowly, little by little, but forward to the edge of the light that whoever is holding a torch.
Okay. So you got your pal Gralk right there with you. Are you looking for traps? Are you looking for anything specific?
Oh, I'm looking for ropes.
Okay.
I'm looking for ropes. I'm looking for any rocks that may seem out of place. And I'm keeping an eye out for anything that looks like it's been recently disturbed on this aging wood.
Wait, is this wood or is it stone?
So once you're back up here, it's stone. It's
Okay.
more cavern floor.
Okay.
Go
Anything that looks out of place and not like natural stone.
Okay, go ahead and do a wisdom check for me.
Could I offer Pimbo to use I have a pole. I don't know how long it is. I purchased though.
Oh, it's like a 10-foot pole or something like that.
Yeah, that he could use to like feel around in front of himself.
Yeah,
That's like
sure.
what it's for, right? To check for
That's what
traps.
it's for. Yeah. So yeah,
Pimbo.
go ahead.
I pass
I
you
rolled
my
a-
10-foot pole.
It's pretty unwieldy in the hands of a 3.5 foot tall Halfling, but I rolled a 17.
Okay. Definitely with the pole, so you kind of ease your way around. You're at hyper focus mode, trying to squint through Grauk's torchlight until you reach the very edge of a cliff. And as you look down, it's about 15-foot drop into this very still water. Past that cliff, it's too hard to see, but you notice a few more things. First, it smells like hot garbage all of a sudden. It hit you like a truck in your nostrils. It's kind of this warm, rotten smell, but also you hear this deep inhaling and deep exhaling over and over again. To your right, it looks like you could inch your way along the side of the drop-off to a different area, but that's as far as you can see.
Okay.
Fire behind us and water ahead. But we could potentially inch our way to the right, farther south. However, I heard the heaving of what sounded like a large beast in the water, and it smelled like hot garbage.
As he mentions that, you can start to smell it also, Grauk.
Ugh. Well, was that path off to the right, was it like a ledge that we'd have
It's
to
a
be...
ledge. We would have to be careful.
Well, maybe we could tie a rope around all of our waists, so if anyone slips, we can catch the person.
A capital idea. I was considering the same.
I'm gonna pull my 60-foot rope out and tie the end around my waist.
Okay. Are you gonna tie it around? Everyone's gonna tie it around your waist?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'll go last.
Okay, and who's going first?
I'll go first.
Okay, so that means you in the middle, Yidney?
Yes, should.
Alright.
Perhaps Pimbo should be holding a torch. Here, Pimbo.
I would like to hold the torch, but I will also shield it with my shield so that it is not shining into the water too much.
Good
Okay.
idea. Don't drop the shield again.
I'll do my best.
So you toss the 10-foot pole back to Grauk and get out your shield, kind of create a much dimmer light. Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, just sort of like hold the shield like this and then the torch here so that the torch is still going to be ahead of us, but we're not shining light directly into the water where I heard that heavy breathing.
Okay.
So hopefully to not disturb it too much.
Okay, understood. So everyone roll dex as you guys are gonna try and kind of hug the wall as you go around the corner.
Nat 20, maybe.
Me too.
Really?
Or
Yeah.
Okay. So as
Cap.
no, I believe you. So as you kind of inch your way along, you get distracted, Pimbo, because you see yet another campfire around the corner, and as you kind of lose, and luckily, as you start to fall, both Grauk and Pimbo pull the rope tight and ease you back up, so there's no issue. So you're both hugging, and about you can hear a campfire, you can hear bubbling, and the hot garbage smell is thicker than ever.
Is it that? Is the campfire as close as it is in this?
Yeah.
I will turn. Wait, is it my turn? Whose turn is it?
Because you're leading, unless somebody
ask
else
a
wants to do
question?
something. Yeah.
Is there space to like? Well, never mind.
Yeah, this isn't. I can't make like a hugged edge here, but think of it. It's about a foot wide. What you guys are easing your way around.
No, but I mean, like, does it look like there's space to the west of the campfire, or is that a wall like pretty close?
From here you can't tell. It's around. The campfire is around the corner.
Okay.
So I don't have a shield to guard the light. So,
Oh
what
yeah.
do I see into the ravine?
You look down. It's just this very still black water. You can see a bit across the way, and from here you can actually see there is a bridge towards south where you're heading. The water seems very undisturbed, and you listen for the inhaling, exhaling. It's not coming from the water. It's coming from across the drop.
I'm gonna not say anything for right now.
Okay.
Are we able to hear the inhaling, exhaling, or is this just
Everyone can hear this, yeah. It's become more obvious.
Okay.
All right, Pimbo.
And can I see anything at the campfire besides the campfire?
As you look, you see a few, some cooking equipment, like a bag. It looks like somebody's camping here, but you don't see any person.
Bimbo, there are many vantage points that would be hard for us to cover. Perhaps this is a time for you to use your invisibility.
That's a great idea.
You're tied
I-
to the rope still.
What's your name, Max? I forgot.
Grulk.
Gronk.
Perhaps Grolk and I should retreat back to the other side of the ledge and wait for you.
Okay.
Okay, but leave the rope tied to me because you never know.
That won't affect your invisibility.
Not that I know of.
Okay, just making sure.
Well, so there's probably 5-ish feet wrapped around me. 5-ish feet between me and whatever, and 5-ish feet wrapped around Yagni.
Well, I'll untie myself to.
Oh.
If we're gonna be on the other side, there's really no need for us to be tied.
Okay. So you guys are untying your waists while, are you gonna hold on to Pimbo or gonna just let that rope loose?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
hold on to the end of it.
Yeah, maybe we'll hide like right along this corner here where the shadow is, and just like somewhere like around there, and just hold on to the rope.
So then realistically, he could probably only get like 50 feet away from where we are.
I pull out my rope and I tie it to your rope,
Okay.
extending the effective length by 60 feet.
So how much is that? 120 total, about ish.
110.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah, I'd estimate that's right. Okay.
110.
You measure something real quick. Oh, that's plenty to definitely get to the campfire. Okay, so your turn, Pimbo.
I will become invisible, which means, well, there's no extra information.
Yeah, okay, so it's a weird halfling ability where it's very magical. So as you as Idney and Ralk look around the corner, Pimbo kind of does this quick snap, and he's just suddenly gone, and the rope kind of fades into this nothingness, but you can still feel it, the tension on it as Pimbo's still attached. So you have 3 rounds, Pimbo.
All right, I will make my way to the campfire and investigate if there are any beings cooking rotting garbage.
Sorry, can I just really
Uh-huh.
quick? So I'm gonna take the torch from Pimbo before he goes. And then
Yeah.
2, I'm gonna the rope isn't slack, it's taut, but I'm giving him lead as he moves along. So it's not
Understood.
he falls and he's
Okay. No, those are good points. Yeah, going invisible, it's anything attached to you, so that torch would have just been useless anyways.
Yeah.
So you kind of sneak over and peek around the corner. You see a halfling kind of hiding around the corner, and a big-ass human around the corner as well. Now, they're holding weapons, but they're also kind of giggling to each other as they're looking towards where you guys are coming from. They're kind of... the halfling kind of murmurs to the human, like, "Fucking idiot. Why don't you just come and scream in a cave?" They're kind of making fun of you, it seems like.
Oh, okay. Do they look like they know what they're about? Do they look like they know what they're about?
Or do they seem to be perhaps lost travelers?
You look around. They've definitely brought enough to stay down here for a few days. You now realize that the scent of hot garbage is the boiling pot over the fire. And as you take a little closer look, a disembodied dead goblin head or kobold head kind of pokes up from the water, and is kind of the explanation for that stench.
All right. Was that 1 round or 2?
We'll give that 1 round.
Okay, I'd like to. If I'd like to, assuming this only takes 1 round, judge if the bridge is something that I could get. I'd like to investigate the bridge as well before I head back.
Okay, are you gonna go over there?
Yeah, I'll go over there.
Okay, go ahead and do a wisdom check.
Okay. 9.
So you kind of, this looks like very familiar wood and familiar rope. Kind of similar to the stairs, except it's kind of dangling there over the water. It's not super trustworthy, but it doesn't seem like it's ready to just break as soon as anything touches it.
Okay. And is the breathing, like, is it coming from directly across the bridge?
Yeah, so the more you get close to the bridge, you can see a little bit across the way. There's some broken wood and more stalagmites, and you feel a gentle breeze from across the way. Very subtle, very gentle as it inhales and exhales.
So it seems big then.
Lordy.
It seems big.
Okay. I'm going to make my way back to the party.
Okay. So you managed to high step it back over. Go ahead and do a dex check.
18. Sorry, 17.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. You ease your way back over to the party, and just to startle them, you kind of come back into existence to them.
Oh.
It didn't startle me. We were holding the rope.
Well,
Sorry.
if you're not
Ian
startled
can't
by
pull
me,
one over on me.
you may be startled by what I tell you. For on the other side of this, at the campfire, there is a human and another halfling. They seem to be chortling to themselves. My guess is, one of them said something along the lines of, "What an idiot! Why would you scream when you enter a cave?" My guess is they were referring to us.
Did we scream when we entered the cave?
No, but we may have made a clattering racket.
Well,
So-
what did you make of that bridge on the other side of there?
The bridge seems sturdy enough to hold us, but there was that breathing that we can hear. I felt a breeze from it. Whatever is drawing breath must be quite large.
Well, we could try to get whatever that thing is to deal with the human and the
Human
half.
may be friendly for all we know. They were that smell of garbage we smell. It's actually boiling kobold parts.
I look very surprised. I'm not sure I trust anybody who we meet down in a cave in the Shadowdark.
I'm not sure we could realistically all sneak past them either.
I'm saying we could try disturbing whatever's on the other side of this ravine and get it to take care of the human and the halfling for us.
Well, I must say, they seem to be better prepared for this situation than we do. So, granted that they have a campfire right next to this slumbering beast, I believe they would be better equipped to deal with it. And perhaps they might be able to escape, and we would soon be facing the dangerous monster all by ourselves.
Which way would they escape?
They could always head down into the still water below. Or perhaps they can climb. Like I said, they seemed better equipped for the situation than we did. They
Oh, we don't have
seemed
much
to know we were here, as they were holding weapons as well.
We either go into them head first or draw their attention to something else.
Oh, we
Yidney,
can't-
what do you think?
We can't easily go back.
How about I put some of these caltrops on the edge, and then
Wait, we don't actually have caltrops, right?
I have caltrops.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
We put some caltrops on this ledge, and then we disturb whatever's on the other side of this. Throw rocks, shoot something if somebody's got a bow, and then they run this direction and hit the caltrops and fall into the water.
But then what do we do about the large beast?
I think planning more than one step ahead is there's too many things that can go wrong.
All right. I'll trust you on this one, Grolk.
Oh, I have
But
an
only
idea.
because I know you can sew me up if something goes wrong.
Do we know for sure? Is it worth investigating if they're actually an adversary, or perhaps we engage with them in the conversational sense, and then if they truly are evil, then we can eliminate them.
We do outnumber them.
I believe we have one person attempt
yeah,
to make
needs-
contact and set up traps as a failsafe.
Before we do this, and I don't want to waste too much of our light, but have we actually ventured in the northerly direction?
Is there a place to venture in the northerly direction?
Do we know if up there exists a path?
It looks like it's a hard stop as you look to the
Okay.
north.
Okay.
But as you're looking around, you notice there's a light source coming from the stairs that you burned, and you kind of hear this as you kind of look over at it, and some skittering and things arguing down there.
Yidney, if you believe we can reason with these people, then I would be willing to reason with them as well. Certainly, they seem hostile to whatever evils are in this cavern.
Who would be most equipped to make contact and, if needed, retreat to the rest of the party? Bimbo,
Well,
I think
Grolk?
that might be you. Grolk is too much of a brute. No offense, Grolk. And I'm a goblin. And that would not
I do
serve me
not
well.
tend to have the best impression on people when I meet them, I must say.
Yes, but you said there's a halfling, and that is about 90% of the battle, if you yourself are a halfling.
Perhaps you are correct. I'll leave this rope tied to me, and if it seems like things go awry, please pull me back immediately.
Also, take this.
And I give you a flask with oil.
If things go awry and you run back, pop the cork and spill the contents of this bottle behind you. And I will light a flame path to dissuade the assailants from following or burn them alive.
Excellent. Thank you for your ingenious solution. But
You're
please,
welcome.
no caltros before I make my way back.
I'm gonna keep my eyes behind us where we came from. Where
Um,
that
Yeah.
light source was.
that light is kind of whipping around. There's some activity going on down there. You kind of hear skittering and kind of wood moving around, but you can't see anything.
All right. I'm gonna go with my shield out
Okay.
in front of me.
Are you tied
Make my way.
still?
Yes.
Okay. Dex check, please. Every time you have to hop it back and forth. I built this hug thing. They're like, they'd be too afraid to do it, but you guys are just going back and forth.
Well,
Are you allowed
Cool.
to help give other people luck tokens? Or
Yeah, if they need it, you can grant that to them.
is it like a before the roll?
It can be
Or-
after if he like
Is it,
rolls
what does
a
it
one.
do?
is it a
like a
reroll or
reroll?
is it a?
It's a
add
re.
roll?
It's again advantage. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
So you make your way across, and you peek over. How are you gonna approach this situation, Pimbo?
I'm gonna knock on the rock as I'm going by. Say, "Excuse me and pardon me for the intrusion." And I'll poke my head around a little bit with my shield. Like my shield is covering me, but I poke my head around.
The halfling has his crossbow out, and the human has a great axe in hand, but they don't look aggressive. The human's kind of chuckling this deep, dumb, like, and the halfling is like, well, it's about time. We've been waiting for ages over here.
Ah, I see. You've been waiting for us to make contact?
Well, ever since you entered the cave, I think every living thing around here has heard you.
Oh. Well, that certainly wasn't our intention.
And you're gonna wake the beast across the way. Try to get us killed, huh?
What makes you think I would do something as reckless as that?
You're not that far away. We can hear you just fine.
I see. Well, I'm certainly glad we decided to speak with you first then.
Before you kill us.
No, instead.
What? Why don't you come over, friend?
Yes, sir.
Would you like some dinner? We're actually making some right now.
I actually have my own rations, but thank you for offering.
Caught one of the bastards in a trap over there. Might as well not waste the meat.
Of course. Who are you, may I ask?
Oh, well, my name's Eldrin. This is Mach. Don't try to talk to him. His tongue's cut out. And he's kind of a dummy, but he's strong, and he will pound your skull in.
Don't worry. I won't talk to him then. May I call my party members over?
Well, as long as you don't wake the damn thing up.
Can I would like to
So
call. I'm trying to think. How loud were we being when we were talking versus talking to them? Like, are they going to be able to hear the same voice, as like the level of voice that we're talking, if they could hear us on the other side?
if they're listening for it, yeah.
Okay.
I think we would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you guys are kind of waiting and hearing murmurs, you're kind of nervously hoping nothing horrible is happening, but you're also kind of keeping an eye on what's behind you. And Gralk, a tiny claw kind of reach over the cliff and is shaking, and you kind of hear this as as Goblin pokes his head out and drops back down, and he kind of like and they're like talking to each other as they saw you.
Yagni, what did they say? You're a goblin, aren't you?
Indeed.
So you kind of hear that. I saw him. I saw the big beast. I told you.
I'm going to walk kind of like just in front of the crossbow, but not like on the ledge. And I'm going to say in Goblin,
If you value your life, you will retreat.
Do charisma.
$16.
Okay. And
Okay.
so as you yell that, you kind of hear, "Ah!" And then the light begins to fade. But as that light fades, your torch goes and just unlights, and you're in complete darkness.
Crap.
Wait, what's his name also?
Oh, you're not in complete darkness. Ralph's got a little bit of time left.
So
Perhaps that will
at this
keep
point,
off
you would
for
have
a
heard.
So yeah.
At this point, would they have heard us, or do I have to call them?
So call over to him if you'd like.
Hulk? Yidney? I believe it's best if you join us now.
No, I'm thinking that as well.
Grog, maybe we should drop some caltrops behind just in case.
That's a good call. So my thing just says caltrops, but it doesn't say how many. Do I have to use all of them if I'm going to put them on the ground?
We'll say it's what, like 25 of them. Is that reasonable? You can use
Okay.
half of them. Just make sure you're keeping track of that.
Okay, I'm cutting one in half.
It was
though, so that's
12.5.
12 and a half caltron.
Okay, and where are you putting it?
As I'm shimmying along the ledge, I'm gonna leave him on the ledge behind me.
Okay, I'm gonna have both of you do dex checks to make your way back across.
I only left 12, not 12 and a half.
Okay,
16.
Grok.
I'm gonna use my luck die.
Okay,
I rolled a 1.
there it is. That's what it's there for.
19, baby.
All right. So just as you think about slipping and falling straight into the water, you're like, oh, you regain your composure. And as they're shuffling along, Eldrin tries to continue the conversation with you, Pimbo. So, Pimbo, tell me about yourself. Have you ever killed a man in cold blood?
Not in cold blood, only in self-defense. You see, I was a soldier before this, and I always did my best to avoid the serious fighting, but I have unfortunately had to get my hands dirty before.
Ah, so you are a killer. And
I don't like to think of that as my defining attribute.
Greetings.
So you guys make it over to the camp. How are you kind of saying hi to these guys?
Greetings.
Nod.
Quite a diverse group you got here.
I see you also have a simpleton in your party.
Right, you are. I
Don't
like
make me
it.
throw you off the ledge here, Yagni.
Oh, you sound like a killer too there. Orc, what's your name?
My job's to keep people from getting killed.
Mm-hmm. So, why would you lead your party down into a place like this then?
Well, you see, we're actually investigating a caravan disappearance. Would you happen to be members of said caravan?
No, never heard of it, sorry. We're here for our own reasons.
Ah, well, we saw some signs that it may have gone over the edge and crashed into the ravine. However, when we descended, we didn't know what we were getting into.
Well, best of luck to you.
Is there another way past you, perhaps? It seems like some creatures are doing their best to follow us. We've hopefully deterred them.
Goblins or kobolds?
Goblins.
I
Yes.
assume, right? Because I spoke
Yeah,
goblin
yeah.
with them.
Well, there is a way south here, just down a bit of a dip, but you might just run into more of what you're trying to get away from. This place is crawling with them. Caught a kobold. It seems like those bastards have been enslaved by the goblins.
That is a rather brutal situation.
Yeah, best to avoid it. So we set some traps down there. So be careful if you're walking past there.
What type of traps? Would they resemble perhaps the crossbow rigged to a tripod?
Oh no. We just put down some bear traps.
Bear traps.
It catches other things as well, of course.
I see. And a couple more questions, if you don't mind. What is this large breathing creature on the other side of the bridge?
We have a guess. Probably some sort of cave ogre. Best not to serve it.
Cave ogre. Okay. And the other question is, how long have you been down here?
Just about half a day maybe. But we
Half
haven't
a
run
day.
into any issues because we don't like to scream and make a big ruckus right when we get down here.
Well, of course, I believe we would all like that situation, but mistakes are always possible.
What is the purpose of your subterranean expedition?
I'm afraid that's our own business there, friend. So you can sleep here if you want, or you can get on your way. But I do ask you that you don't disturb the ogre.
We thank you for your hospitality. This is most welcome in such an unforgiving and unwelcome place.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I suppose not. I'm not fatigued enough to sleep for the night. I think we should, if we're looking for the remains of the caravan, perhaps continuing on east would be our best bet.
Yeah,
Agreed.
suit yourself.
Hey, do you all have any torches you would be willing to trade for?
Trade for what?
Is there anything in particular that you need? I could give you some iron spikes. I could give you...
Is that all you have to offer?
I would offer you a new type of cuisine if you would be interested. Certainly would taste better than whatever you're boiling in this pot.
Hmm.
And I display the meat wrap with dipped in seeds or whatever it was.
With how this conversation's going, let's have everyone roll charisma, please.
13.
6.
Natural one.
So as you're kind of all talking around this campfire, Yidney, you just feel this sneeze coming on, and as you just let out this huge like, you both knock over the pot that they were cooking their stew in, putting out the fire, but also just creating this huge noise echoing throughout the cavern. Just as that happens, God, what's your name, Max? I'm sorry, Growl. Your torch goes out. It is dissipated. So suddenly you're all in just complete darkness, and that heavy breathing has stopped, and you start to hear this coming from across the drop.
Serious apologies.
Shut up. Just be quiet. And you start to hear these thumps coming from across the way. Both... I can't turn off the campfire, unfortunately. But these two kind of hide behind a rock. And we'll go back into turn order with Grauk. What do you do?
Climb over the mess and try to hide with these guys.
Okay. Anything else?
Thumbs up.
I'm gonna untie the rope from because part of it was tied onto Pimbo and the other end was
Right.
tied on me.
Yeah, you guys are tied together. Okay. Idney.
I'll follow Gralk.
Okay. And Pimbo?
Same.
Okay, so as you guys scurry over here and look over, there's really not any source of light. Maybe you can see a couple coals, but the smoke rising above it kind of wisps away with this wind as the thumps continue out across the way. You can't see anything, but you keep hearing this low growling as it seems like whatever is over there is looking for whatever caused that noise. And he goes, "Now you done it, you idiot." Thanks, Max. I'm very immersed now.
What did you do?
I did an angry emoji reaction on the chat.
Nice.
All right, Grok.
What should I do? I say that to the halfling.
Why don't you get the hell out of here?
Why don't you get the hell out of here? Pimbo, untie that rope.
As you
Perhaps best we all stay put for the moment.
as you start mouthing off, you feel this the halfling's breath on your right ear and some cold steel pressed up against your neck. I said, "It's your last chance. Get out of here."
So on whose neck?
Grox.
Well, if I move, you're gonna cut my neck. You gotta take your sword away.
Tell me, Orc, are you a killer? Have you ever killed in cold blood?
I tell you, I keep people from getting killed.
So no.
You got that damn straight. That's probably a lie. I don't know if I'd have to roll.
Go ahead and roll then.
What do you want me to roll?
Charisma.
12.
So you kind of feel the steel let off of you. He's like, "You get out of here. Head east. Watch the traps."
So tempted to just stab this guy.
Yidney.
I don't think I'm gonna do anything.
Okay, Pimbo.
Well, we're sorry about the mess. We'll get going then.
And I'm gonna start trying to lead the party,
Okay.
or go and hoping that the party will follow me.
So you're
Untie the rope. Sorry. After I direct.
Yes, I think we all untied it.
yeah. So you start kind of making your way around, feeling it out. You kind of grab something squishy, and you hear the human go, "Ah!" and you kind of let off of it.
Nice, brother.
And
This is dick.
you kind of hear the halfling go, "Shut up," as you guys awkwardly push your way past that. And are you guys trying to follow Pimbo? What are you doing?
Yeah.
First, I gather up my rope.
Okay.
I also gather up my rope.
Okay. And I need everyone to roll a dex check in this complete darkness.
Uh-oh. Right.
Use a
Oh,
luck
no.
19.
What did you roll, Brennan?
That's a natty one.
All right, I'm gonna give him a luck token.
Good call.
Thank you, Yidney.
I rolled.
You hear a little bleak.
11.
Me too. Also 11.
And sorry, what'd you roll, Grok?
19.
Okay. So as you make your way closer, you're trying to feel out where these traps were, but you're in complete darkness. So you're kind of cautiously kicking around with your foot. You're trying to be stepping as lightly as possible, and as you kick, you hear a little rock kind of hit a piece of metal, just a tink.
God damn it.
Oh, right. There
I
were
whispered
traps
that.
here.
Yeah. And as you guys are moving, you kind of hear this heavy sigh, and then the big footsteps move back to the east from where they originated, and you hear this final just like slam into the, not slam, but like easing it back into the stone.
I think we should wait here for a moment while this creature settles down again, and then perhaps I'll light a torch. I would prefer not to get my ankle caught in one of these traps.
Was it, so when we were feeling around, is it like tight, or is it fairly direct between where we are now and where the ogre is in terms of like open cavern?
So you've hit kind of the eastern edge of the big cavern. The path that was pointed kind of goes down into the southeast. It seems like you're at the easternmost edge, if that
Can I
answers your
feel
question.
around
Mm-hmm.
for a rock on the ground?
Yeah, of course.
I find one.
You're in complete darkness, otherwise I wouldn't make you do this. Dex.
Yeah. 19 as again.
Okay, that's good. I'm just making sure you didn't stick your hand in a trap or something like that.
Fair enough.
So you find a pretty hefty stone.
Okay. I'll go last.
Okay, Idney.
I guess I'm just waiting for Imbo to light a torch.
Pimbo.
I'm gonna wait
It seems like the thing has settled down now.
You can wait a bit longer, and then
I'd like to-
the heavy breathing
what I'm-
starts again.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was waiting for, is the heavy breathing.
Pimbo,
Okay.
can I have my flask with oil back?
Oh, of course. I hand Yidney the flask, and I'm going to light a torch.
How many more torches do you have?
I have 2 torches. I'm lighting one of them.
Okay.
Okay, so as you light the torch, the face of the human, big bearded human, is just right up with you, and he's got his axe wielded, and from nowhere you hear, "Now do it!" And the human's foot raises up, and it looks like he's about to Spartan kick you. How do you respond, Himbo?
Put up my shield.
Okay, do a strength check, please.
15.
Oh, wow, good for you. All right. So you feel this huge foot on your shield trying to push you back, and you kind of catch yourself around the trap and push yourself back up.
So he's trying to push me onto the, like, kick me onto the trap.
Yeah. Everyone needs to roll initiative.
Is that just Dex
Yeah.
or just D20?
D20 with Dex.
Oh, natural 20. These are some fat rolls,
Hey.
brother.
Dirty
17.
20.
Okay, what did you guys roll?
Natural 20.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
17.
Okay, so we'll keep that same order. Because of the natural 20, Grauk, you're kind of ready to handle this, but you look around and you see no sign of the halfling.
I throw my rock across the bridge.
Okay. As you toss it, you just hear, and again the breathing stops, and the human kind of looks over, and he kind of gives you this terrified look.
Nowhere to go, brother.
Would you like to do anything else?
So did we go around like a little pillar here, or was there like
It's
a little pad?
So you can hop
Boulder?
up on this thing. That's what they're hiding behind, is this pad.
I'm gonna turn around and just thrust my dagger into the air behind me, presuming that this guy's probably invisible.
Roll attack. Disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Oh, 1. God damn it.
Oh.
I have rolled a 19 and then a 1.
Oh.
Okay, so as you're swinging around, you kind of keep missing with your dagger, and then you feel this invisible hand around you, and it yanks the dagger out of your hand, and you're caught just unarmed, and the dagger just kind of out of sight.
Knew it.
Indy, your turn. Good call though, Max.
Do I have an action and a bonus action?
No, so you get movement and an action. Basic things, pulling stuff out of your bag doesn't count as an action.
Does tossing a flask with oil not count as an action?
I will not count that as an action. Unless you're really trying to aim it or anything like that.
I'm not within touching distance of the human, right?
You're... So the distances are close. So I think that's... I'll count that as close if you... Yeah, that's within 5 feet. So you're within touching distance of him.
Okay. I'm instead going to like where the halfling was, or like that area.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna throw the flask down, just like beyond. What's your name? I'm sorry.
Grok.
Roll.
Grok. And then I want to cast Burning Hands on the ground to ignite the oil, hopefully catching not, so it's beyond Grok, but hopefully catching like everything beyond and perhaps the
Okay.
halfling.
Given the tensity of the situation, you're kind of jammed between literally Grok in a hard place. Dex check for oil, please. Sorry, I couldn't help it.
You get a luck die.
Oh, thanks, man. That's not good news for you.
12.
Okay. And also do a spell cast, since this is kind of just.
Yeah. 13.
Okay. That's the burning hands.
That's the Burning Hands.
Okay, roll a d6.
2.
Okay, so as you huck it, the flask kind of explodes in midair, and you can see the face of the halfling with the oil all over him. With a snap, you cast, but this spell whips fire all around you. So both the Pimbo and Gralk take 2 damage.
I die.
I die.
I forgot you guys
Wait,
have...
Himbo?
Yeah, he's right next to you.
He's behind me. Isn't this
It
the opposite
creates a
complete-
complete ring around you.
Burning Hands creates a ring of
You
fire
spread your
around
fingers,
you?
unleashing a circle of flame that fills a close area around where you stand.
Oh shit! Oh my god! I thought okay, that's fine. I didn't read the.
It's okay. I was like, okay.
I didn't read it properly.
You forgot how the spell works.
I thought it was like I thought for some reason I thought it was a cone.
That's how it is in D&D. That's a fair.
Okay. All right, no problem. Well,
So
understand.
yeah, the fire also nails nails the human right in the chest. He goes, oh! But then the halfling just ignites and lights up the room. And as you're like panicked looking at your friends both falling to the ground, across the way is this massive cave ogre who's just beaming down at you and just lets out this massive roar that shakes the cavern.
So are they dead?
Okay, so both of you need to roll 1d4 plus your constitution.
Right now or like on
Right
a
now.
turn?
Yeah.
Whoopie.
Plus the Constitution modifier?
Yeah.
1.
3.
1 total?
1 total.
Okay. Max, you have 1 round before you die completely, and Brendan, you have 3 rounds before you die completely.
What if they
Okay.
get healed or something?
So stabilizing is an actual thing. It's a DC 15 intelligence just to get them stabilized. If you have any healing as well, that'll work as well.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
I think Max and I were the only ones who had healing.
Wait, but you guys are up, or
No.
you're down?
Oh,
You're down.
sorry.
No, we're
yeah.
down.
We're
I
just down.
die in 1 turn. You have 1 turn to bring me back before I
How do I
die.
do that?
You have 3 to bring Brendan back.
Easy, baby. Does anyone have any luck token?
Nope, I used mine.
I
to
think
not
Brendan
fall
has
off
one,
the
right?
edge.
No, you never gave me
Oh, I
one.
never gave you one. Damn it.
Apparently nothing I did was interesting enough.
The DM could use his luck token that I gave him.
Wait,
Oh,
why'd
yeah.
you give him a luck token?
Oh, he was just being, because I made a dumb joke. Okay. So as you watch the halfling ignite and kind of run around the room, he crumples to the ground and just is this huge beacon of light, and it almost smells as bad as the spilled cobalt stew all over. All right, now Mach has to do a Constitution save. He fails. So he looks at you in horror and looks at the crumpled mess on the ground, and he goes, "Ah!" And he kind of runs over to the pile and is trying to bat out the flaming corpse. The ogre kind of tests its footing on the bridge. Okay, and decides now this is gonna break. And he goes over to the stalagmite and begins trying to rip a spike out of it. And that's back to you, Yidney.
Okay. I'm gonna try and stabilize Grolk.
Okay. So DC 15 int.
All right, boys.
It was nice knowing you, Grolk.
I don't have any word to show the roll.
I believe you.
No, I know, but I just for dramatic effect.
Oh, okay.
7.
I will use the luck token Grolk gave me.
Oh my god. All right, Grolk.
What a pal.
Oh, unnatural 20.
Really? Oh, I thought he was dead still.
No.
So as
17.
you kind of bend down and Grolk, it is just little spurts of blood from the huge scorch mark you made in his chest, and you find the vein and pinch it, touch, and kind of haphazardly tie it shut. You're stabilized. You're still unconscious, Grolk, but you are no longer dying.
Can I do like a quick action as well, or is that like?
What are you doing?
Can I just take the torch that I believe Grolk had? Wait, did
It's
No, my
next
torch
to
ran out.
Pimbo.
okay? Could I just take that and toss it on the bridge, or is that too much?
I think you bending over trying to get stabilized took too much time.
All right, no problem.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, so as you're stabilizing, you kind of look up, and the human, just pure anger in his eyes, is wiping tears from his face, and as he's trying to keep his mouth closed, his cut tongue kind of flapping out, he's looking at you in pure hatred, wielding his axe. And from behind, I need a dex save from you.
21.
Oh, damn. Good work. You hear this, whoosh, and you instinctively duck your head. Ah, shit, this poor man. Oh, no! No! Watch! As he just looking at this stalagmite flies past you and just penetrates the human stomach and just pierces him to the wall. And he's kind of looking at you, and he's just pure horror as blood is pouring out of his mouth, and he just goes limp, and the axe just clatters to the ground. And you, from behind you, you just hear.
Okay, so I will kind of crouch, move over to Pimbo, and would I be able to, at this point, toss the torch on the?
Yeah, as you're
on the
moving,
bridge
I'll
do
let you
kind of
toss
a
it.
first aid? Okay. Want to do a dex throw or something?
Yeah, do a dex since. Although I know it's a high stress situation, so I'm gonna make you guys roll for this.
All right. Do you want disadvantage?
No, just dex throw.
Man. All right. I hope this works for 19.
Okay, so as it kind of lands on the bridge and hits a frayed rope, and it begins igniting very quickly, even more lighting up the room. This kind of makes the ogre take a step back, as he's a little startled by the flames. And go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna do the stabilize.
Okay.
16.
Good job. So you kind of pull his shirt up, and just across his whole side are these horrible scorch marks, and you manage to kind of temper them and add pressure so that he stops bleeding through his clothes, and he is stabilized as well. And You see the
I will make a point. There's no light on us anymore, right?
it's on the ground next to.
But it's on the bridge.
Oh shit, you're right. Thank you. You're still
I guess
within
the
30
bridge is
feet.
fine.
Yeah, you're close enough. Okay, so the let's see what this ogre's gonna do. Damn it. So you look over, and through the flames, you can kind of see the ogre stepping back, kind of revving himself and hyping himself up. It looks like he's gonna try and charge and jump this thing.
God.
And you both are still unconscious. Yidney, still you. It looks like this bridge is starting to give, so you might not have light by the end of this round.
Is he like rearing to jump to the other side of where the bridge is on ours? Like he's like he jump to the other side of the bridge?
Towards
Like-
you.
Like where would his landing be? Like based on where
Yeah, the other side of the bridge would be his landing if he was successful.
Okay. Can I grab the caltrops from Gralk's bag and toss them on that?
Yeah, sure. Do another deck save.
13 caltrops to be precise.
7.
Okay, so you kind of quickly search through Gralk's bag and finds his remaining caltrops, and you kind of toss them. A lot of them scatter over the edge, given the toss, but there's a few remaining. And you kind of watch as the ogre begins to just thump towards you, trying to get as much momentum as possible. And he managed. This guy gets some air above the dying bridge, and he manages to land and stumble, and just kind of you hear a yelp of pain as he lands on the few caltrops, and his gut just goes straight into the boulder right in front of him. He's going to take 6 damage. As he's kind of recovering, he's go. It's your turn.
Is he upright at this point?
He kind of just knocked the wind out of himself, so he's kind of pushing himself up in the boulder.
That's
Is he
burning
holding?
hands again.
Is he holding anything?
Is he currently holding anything? No, he's not holding anything.
Okay, question number 1. If I'm on, is that boulder as tall as it is in the, like, is it like 5 feet or whatever?
We'll say it's about
brownish.
3 feet tall.
Okay.
It's flat enough on the top to stand on, if that's what you're asking.
Okay. Do I know if burning hands, if I were to be atop that boulder, would like penetrate below? Like if it went beyond, would it, like if they're prone, would it hit them? Do I have enough knowledge of that?
So
I mean,
when you
apparently
last cast it, it was like a ring of fire. So it's at kind of your hand level. So as long as you're keeping your hand steady, you can keep the fire away from them on the ground.
How's the ogre looking?
He's got a big old scratch on his tummy, but he is full of adrenaline and does not look like he's slowing down.
But you said he's kind of getting up, like he's in the process of.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
I
was
would
a big
like
jump.
to scale the boulder, and then
Okay.
I would like to charge and jump on him,
Here.
ideally on his face, stabbing him and using my weight to knock him over. That's what he's gonna try to do.
Okay, so let me walk through it just to make sure I'm understanding. You want to jump up and then jump on his face?
Yeah, and try and
Your
stab him,
wand.
but mostly with the intent of taking his weight and knocking him and taking us over the ledge.
Okay. What are you wielding right now?
A dagger.
Okay. Let's do a Dex and then an attack.
Natural 20 on the dex.
Ooh.
Okay,
And
I won't
I
make
just
you
wanna
roll
make it-
strength then.
I just
You're-
want to make it.
You're trying to push him off the edge.
Yeah, I have the dagger, but the intent is to take, as he's getting up and he's maybe a little off balance, take the weight, add weight that he's unexpecting and having him fall backwards.
Okay. Do you
The
still want to
dagger's
try
like-
and stab him?
I guess I probably couldn't do both. I don't know, like what?
I think you
Help-
grabbing
help
on
me out
and
a team.
stabbing. I would say if you could stab him, and we'll do a strength check to see if you can
Okay.
knock him off balance.
I will try a stab.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Have +3 to hit on M, +2 on R.
So melee, so plus add 3 to this.
3.
3 to hit?
No, I'm sorry. 5.
Okay. Unfortunately, you're not able to get you can only get to his back hunched neck, and as you try to stab, you can't get enough leverage to get through his skin. Go ahead, do a strength check now. Add advantage because of your natural 20 on your dex.
Oh my god. Okay. Unnatural 20.
Didn't work. So
17 plus-
this poor ogre is so scrambled, and he begins to fall back, and he loses his footing through the burning bridge and just drops. What is your instinctual action right there? And we'll end the night with that. As you're grasped onto this falling ogre.
I think just like to hold on to have him take the brunt of the
Okay,
fall.
so you're going with him.
Maybe not the best choice, but yeah, that's what I got.
All right, and so we'll end with the bridge going dark, and both Gralk and Pimbo unconscious, dreaming pleasantly next to the battered corpses, and from below there's just this massive splash, and that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Oh man,
Did you just Gandalf it?
I might have Gandalfed it. I felt like I owed it to the party to Gandalf it.
Yidney just got a triple kill with that burning hands, and then
Oops.
Yeah, I was like, what do you mean it's hitting Pimbo? He's behind.
So yeah, Burning Hands is weird in this game. That was awesome, Nikki. Go ahead and add a luck token. You earned that, champ. And
Sorry guys, I didn't mean to knock you out of the fight.